We'd like to have Poliakov come and talk about running GPU load at GKE. So they're running GPU loads, Kubernetes and GKE. So Poliakov just wants to share his experiences of sort of optimizing costs using NVIDIA for image streaming, other cutting edge things and whatnot. So a lot of going to be cool stuff about GPU and GKE. Take it away, Poliakov.
Hello everyone, my name is Sevan, um, and today I want to talk to you about running GPU load at Google Kubernetes Engine. First, I want to talk a little bit about me. I'm an engineer, site reliability engineer. I'm working at Let's Enhance. I'm not really a GPU person, so I'm not like a crazy geek who know everything about GPU. And still, I found like a few really interesting things I want to share with you in this lightning. There will be not like a huge amount of graphs because it's lightning, so still I'm thinking this experience is interesting. Right now I'm working as SRE in a company called Let's Enhance. The company making images looks better. We're increasing image resolution, enhancing image in some crazy ways, but it's mostly work for our AI team. I'm helping with infrastructure, so yeah, and we have a web and web interface and API interface. We have like a lot of different things. So while our brave soldiers defending our country from Russian invasion and all country defend themselves, let's talk about Google Kubernetes Engine and NVIDIA GPU. So what do we have in our company? We have Google Kubernetes Engine, we're using it. Also we have NVIDIA 3-ton, and on start we have V100 instances. What is the problems I tried to solve? Like usually with any GPU load, the main problem is price. It's performance, because GPU is actually not cheap. It was interesting for me. Also, the other problem I tried to solve is after scaling. It's actually connected to price and performance. So what my main idea was when we started, it's actually not really mine, it was the idea of our CTO, is like we have other type of instances called A100, and they may be faster than V100, but V100 is cheaper, so we need somehow to test to find the way like to decrease the price. How to compare to different video cards? Usually it's like to create sample / test load which looks the same as production load. It's maybe really only way because we have 3-ton, and in this 3-ton we have a lot of different pipelines combining different neural engines, and also we have images with different size and different and a lot of different parameters. So we can just do some load test based on the sample of real production traffic or emulated production traffic. Then we need to run the sample again and again. And actually, other interesting things, we need to separate cold run from regular runs, because cold run can be slower and we didn't want to include cold run in our test. So we made some sample of data. I call this interval, because it actually was some time interval, and I started to compare V100 with I100. As you can see, price of A100 little bit more than V100, but it's actually a little bit faster. So let's find out how much it costs for running this interval on this instance. As we can see, the price for V100 is actually a little bit lower. But there was another thing which supported on A100 instances. It's called NVIDIA multi-GPU instances. What is advantages of this technology? The main idea is separating GPU resources of the same video card to different processes. So with with NVIDIA multi-instance GPU, we can just split video card to 2 pieces or to 6 pieces to 8 pieces, like any kind of pieces, and just we can start to expect better utilization. What was a problem with NVIDIA MIG? It's unstable at Google Kubernetes Engine. It requires an additional reboot, mostly because Google Kubernetes Engine didn't allow drivers to manage actually device in the proper way, and also like Google Kubernetes Engine didn't have like really nice manuals. It sometimes was really hard to implement this. I have like a lot to tell about manuals, but what I want to say to any person who will struggle with those manuals in future, you need to know that NVIDIA device plugin are managed by add-on manager, so you can't actually change it. And I really recommend to add restart of containerd service to init part in NVIDIA driver installer pod. So after like 10 tests, I find out that like mean time for A100 MIG mode for processing interval, the same interval as all previous machines, is 387 seconds. It's actually like much cheaper than compared to V100. Actually 18% cheaper. It's actually quite good. The other things how we can decrease our pricing is to start to use preemptible instances, because they actually like a lot cheaper, a lot cheaper, but they may restart anytime. So you actually don't know, you can't expect that instance will work for the days. It may restart anytime. What is the problem for restart? Instances should restart faster than they are. We can achieve it by pre-caching images, Docker images. It's not available at GKE. We can pre-install drivers, also not available because we can't create custom IMIs at GKE. We can avoid reboots, not available. But I recommend to anyone to use image streaming. It actually makes adding new nodes faster, and it will be good for your auto scaling, and you will not have like 10 minutes or 12 minutes start time. So with image streaming, we was able to decrease time to start from 12 minutes to 2.5 minutes, which is actually quite good. And this 4.5 minutes, it's not for 1 copy of Triton, but for 2 copies of Triton, which actually quite good as well. So after everything, I started to test A100 MIG mode, and it was like much more cheaper. So it's like 19% cost decrease compared to preemptible V100, and 76% cost decrease compared to regular V100. What next for us? It's like we still need to decrease up the scaling time, because 4.5 minutes it's a lot, and we like to see something around 30 seconds. We may try use KK3S or COPS with custom Kubernetes installation. Other things we're looking for is predictive autoscaling. So if you have any ideas or want to share your experience with us, please ping me. If you have any questions, I can answer them. And thank you. Bye bye. Oh, and one other thing, please donate to our organization. DevOps Days Kyiv organization, to support Ukraine. Have a nice day.